Hey guys, Jaws Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager class War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. A little bit of a mouthful, but here he is in his alt mode, and finally after like a little over a decade now, we're finally getting new figures based on the Cybertron games, War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, and that game that no one likes to talk about, aka Rise of the Dark Spark, which was kind of, it was like half of it was, like, what they did was they combined the Bayverse games along with the Cybertron games, and that's what that was. So half of it was the Age of Extinction video game, and the other half was the sequel to Fall of Cybertron. Yeah, there was that, so anyways, finally, we're getting brand new Cybertron game characters, and it's kind of random, like out of nowhere, because, War for Cybertron came out all the way back in 2010, and now it's 2023, so, yeah, it's kind of random, like, it wasn't, like, well, there was listings and stuff, like, we knew about that, but, and then, of course, Hasbro did reveal the stuff, but it was just one of those things where it's like, okay, it's kind of out of nowhere, there's nothing, like, really to get hyped for. I guess there's that new Transformer game that's coming out later this year, so, was it Reactivate? So, I guess in that sense, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, and I forgot the elephant in the room here. This is the first video game character in the Studio Series line, because before, and this is the second subline in Studio Series, because there's obviously the main one, which has live-action movies, and then there's the 86 subline, which has, of course, stuff from the A6 animated film. And then now we got Gamer Edition, like I said before here. So, yeah, it's basically what you expect. It's kind of video game characters, even though this has nothing to do with the movies or anything. But, hey, yeah, I'm all for it. And, these figures so far look real nice, and especially this Prime right here. Yeah, but anyways, before we take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the packaging itself. So, yeah, we got our big debut here for Studio Series Gamer Edition, and yeah, it looks real nice. It's, of course, it's best to start off here with Prime. He's the only one I got so far. Got him at GameStop. That's, if you go near your local GameStop, you'll probably find one or two copies there. So, yeah. Anyways, up here we got Transformers War for Cybertron. It's so weird seeing, like, that, like, early 2010s era Transformer logo again. Because, it's so nostalgic, and, they've replaced this with this, but, because that was in the logo of the game, they still have it here. So it's kind of nostalgic seeing that. And then you got Takara Tomy, Generations, and they got artwork here at Prime. He is Studio Series Gamer Edition 03. And on the side here, you got Prime here again, 03. I really like how they have, like, this, like, sort of silver thing on here. Kind of nice, kind of random, but hey, still nice. And of course, he's Voyager class. On the other side, we got bigger shot here of Prime. And they just changed this for the Gamer Edition figures. As you can see, they got the little play button right there, or the little controller buttons. And the back, big screen. Sorry, they still kept big screen inspired, even though this isn't on the big screen. Unless you have a very big TV, I don't see how it's a big screen. But anyways, Keon Prison Break is the name of his backdrop. We'll take a look at that later. And of course, you got CGI renders here at Prime, and then, spoiler here, for later in the review, use 22 steps, and there's backdrop include, and then, of course, you got the little bio here. If you want to pause and read that, then there you go. And that is it for his packaging. So, let's take a look back here at the figure itself. So here we got Optimus and all his War for Cybertron glory. And yeah, looking real nice. Definite improvement over, the original 2010 figure, because that one was a little skinny and stuff. But this one's big and beefy, I'll just say that, even here in the alt mode. But yeah, so anyways, and yeah, those stock images and stuff do not do the figure justice. It's a lot better in hand. So yeah, but anyways, here he is in alt mode. Real nice. On camera here, his red looks a little bit lighter than it actually is. It's like a decent bright red, like it's kind of hard to tell. It's like dark, but also not dark red. It's a little hard to say. But yeah, you can kind of tell here it's a bit darker. And yeah, and I really like what they did here with the wheels, because it's not just your plain clip-on wheels. Like, they actually, well, I mean, first of all, these don't clip on, but also, like, I really like the paint they have here for, like, the hubcaps and stuff, or even that, like, they didn't have to add in that red stripe in here, like, the rounds, like, the inner part between the tire and the hubcap, but, like, they left that in, and, they went out of their way with this guy, and, yeah, he looks really, really good, especially with the wheels here. And, it's like, okay, well, these are the two front wheels, they're the biggest, of course they paint that, but no, like, they also painted, like, the back ones here, the hind wheels. And yeah, I thought, that's really nice, really cool. Nice attention to detail there. So, like, they didn't lack. It's not like Rise of the Beast 2 Series Bumblebee where they just, like, did not paint some areas. Like, no, they were not lazy with this guy. And yeah, and of course on the top here, it's mostly clean except here it's a little hollow. But it's a Cybertron truck, so what do you expect? And the bottom here, bunch of Ram stuff. And yeah, and of course he got his hand sticking out here, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, it would have been nice if there was like a little bit of a panel here to cover the stuff off. What? It would have been nice if there was a panel here to cover this all up, but I could kind of get there's not really anything they could do for that, so I kind of understand that. I know there's probably some people that are like bashing on it and stuff, but honestly, I can see why they didn't have that there, because that would have been a little too complex given the limited area there's there. So yeah, overall real nice, and again pretty beefy, as you can see here. I mean, even in the game he had a pretty beefy truck, but especially like here, especially compared to like the 2010 figure. I don't have that one though. I do have the Fall Cybertron one. I actually have a review in that review here on my channel, so you can check that out. But yeah, so this is my first War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, but it's not the original. But yeah, now I really don't care to get that one, because this one is a lot better. Because I've still seen reviews and photos and whatnot of that original one. Yeah, no, not for me. Especially again, not now. But yeah, and like with that one, that was a deluxe. This one's a Voyager, so it's even better. You get more posability and stuff. But we'll take a look at that once we get in the robot mode. But for now, let's just do some size comparisons. So the only one we'll do here is with Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime, and yeah, of course, since this is deluxe, it's a lot smaller. Like, this one's big, and then this one's kind of just kind of compact, like together and stuff. This one's obviously closer to his G1 truck, and that's how it looked in the Fall of Cybertron game. But War for Cybertron was a little weirder, but yeah, there you have that. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for Prime's alt mode. Not much else to say here. There's not really a whole lot to describe, and I don't think there's anywhere to store his accessories, which we will take a look at in the robot mode. But before we get into all that, let's get into his transformation. So starting off, what you want to do right here is you want to pop open this panel here and swing it back, and you want to do the same thing right here. There you go. And then you just want to bring down this little smokestack and do the same thing here. And there you go. You just want to make sure that you still stay up, because you need some clearance for other steps of his transformation, which I guess we'll get into right now. So, yeah, so next up what you want to do is you want to untab or lift up the arms, and then there's little tabs here, if you can see, they go into these slots. It's kind of hard to point out, but it's right there, like right here, and here, and then, yeah, they just go in there. And you just want to lift them up, and then untab the arms, because there's a tab right here, slot there. You just want to bring them out, and move them up and out there, and there you go. Now you got the arms spread out. So then next thing you want to do, let's focus on this, is you want to bring in the back wheel sections and flip them in, and there you go. And then after that, you just want to flip down the feet all the way here, and then bring down the shin areas, and there you go. Alright, it's all the way down there. And then after that, you just bring down the side panels, and then they'll tab in. And then after that, you just want to untab the legs, and now they're separate. Hooray, we got the legs done. Oh, and also rotate here at the waist. There you go. So, let's bring up the camera here and do the top half. So, what you want to do, well, first bring up the arms right here. So what you want to do is you want to you just want to spread out, or bring out these side panels here, just like, move them outwards. And then bring up the top piece right here, the top panel here of the truck. And then, oh, there he is. There's the face of the legend. And then, yeah, so then after that, you just want to, there's like a little thing that stops us here. You just want to pull off force on there. I mean, not too much force. And then they'll loosen that up. And then there's like a little tab here. And then there's like a slot right there. And you just want to bring this all the way back here. And then push that down. And then now you got the chest all done there. And then next, you just want to swivel back the arms all the way to here. And then next, just rotate around this, or actually right here. And do the same thing right over here. Yeah, you can't do it like this way, you have to do it this way. So there's that. And then before you squeeze these together, you just want to swivel the top here of the truck, and then fold this in, and then bring this up. It'll just sit there. And then after the final step right here is you just want to squeeze the sides here together and just collapse them inwards. And once you got that all finished, there you guys have Prime in his robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, this looks fantastic. This really looks great. And yeah, really nice. I really like how his all-out logos are kind of like a lot brighter than the red on here, so they like really stick out, almost like a kind of glow-in-the-dark thing. I mean, I don't know if they are glow-in-the-dark, they probably aren't, but I kind of get that vibe from that. Like you even see here on the camera, like they're kind of, they're not glow-in-the-dark, but yeah, they're kind of giving off that vibe. So yeah, so there you guys have Prime. Just take a moment to stare at how good he is. I mean, he's absolutely not like a masterpiece level quality, but he's just big and beefy, basically. So yeah. But anyways, now for the head sculpt right here. Really nice. He definitely is a pretty angry looking Prime, as you can tell. And yeah, a nice silver here. Yeah, I really like the sculpting they did here for his battle mask. Well, it's not really battle mask. Yeah, I mean, this is the same. This is the Align continuity, the same one as Prime, where he could retract his battle mask, but he's got the mouth plate here. In this case, it's a mouth plate, but then Prime it became a battle mask. But yeah, you got the mouth plate there, real nice, kind of little rounds, pretty unique. And you got silver paint here for the front windows, and then you got those Zobot insignias on both, both shoulders here, and really nice pop out. And yeah, and you got orange in here, and not a lot of paint here. I really like the plastic they use here, because it kind of gives off like a sort of dark gray or something, kind of shiny dark rays. I mean, it's hard to see here on camera, but if you see it in hand, it looks kind of cool. And then you got silver there painted for the shins, and the back. Well, not a lot here. It's kind of a little bit of a mess here, but it's fine. But yeah, real nice. He feels very solid too. Very solid. It's a little wobbly here, but it does stay in regardless. If it's wobbly, but still stays in. So hey, perfectly fine with it. So yeah, there is that. So anyways, now for the articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so you can move side to side. You can look down that far and then look up that far, so very far. And then shoulders do move out that far, and you also do get a whole 180 degrees of shoulder rotation. And he does have a bicep swivel, a bend at the elbow, and he does have wrist swivel. Oop, and this came off. You'll see why that is. He does have a waist swivel, and the legs do kick up this far, and back that far. Yeah, it does, like, here it doesn't really move back. Yeah, unfortunately the legs don't move back really. But you do get outward movement, real nice outward movement. He does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and ankle pivot, and the feet do move back and forth. So yeah, that's pretty much it there for the articulation. Pretty good. Not one of the best I mean, well, the head's great and stuff. Is, you know, overall have a lot of good movement. Not as good as like other, you know, Voyager figures that we've gotten in recent Transformers history, but, you know, still pretty good. Very, very nice. A little more than I was expecting too. Especially, you know, with the head. The head, like, you can really move up. So, hey, that's pretty nice. So, let me see. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, wonder how they got that done. That was pretty good. Pretty good engineering there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. So, now let's get into the accessories. So, well, starting off, there's one right inside Prime, and you guys probably already know what that is, because, well, one, it's a common tradition in any Transformer continuity, and two, you guys already probably saw in the box. So, yeah, so basically the first one he has is his Matrix of Leadership. Again, not surprising. I even had in the game. So, in order to discover it, you just gotta open his chest, and voila, there you go. There he goes, have the Matrix, and I'd say it looks really nice. I really like the paint details that they put on, like, the Matrix chamber, like, right in here. We just remove the Matrix itself. And even there, like, that looks real nice. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like how you can see, like, a lot of the wiring stuff. But yeah. But anyways, here's the Matrix. It is, when you get out of the packaging, it already is in his chest. It's not in, like, those little sandpaper bags, or not sandpaper, like the tissue paper bags. If it's sandpaper, that hurt. But yeah, it's not in the tissue paper bag. It's right in his chest, so that's good. Yeah, there's Matrix, real nice on the back. Not a whole lot, but yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Really glad he has it. Of course, he can't hold it because, well, one, his fingers don't move out, and two, his hands are too big. But mainly because, you know, he can't move his fingers, but that's alright, as long as he can still show it off. Pretty good. So, yeah, that's it for that. Now, for his other accessories, he does come with his little rifle right here. And by little, I mean, it's not little. It's big. I mean, not that big, but still big. Yeah, real nice. And yeah, no paint on it, but it's like I mean, it's black, but it's kind of, it seems like a very dark gray in a way, like in some lighting. I don't know, but either way, pretty cool. Now, in order for him to hold it, well, he can't hold it, which is accurate to the games. Instead, in order to, you know, keep it game accurate, well, you have to remove his forearm right here, which is why that almost came off, you know, when I was transforming, or wait, was it? No, I think it was when I was doing articulation, but that doesn't matter. Either way, yeah, you have to remove the forearm, and then there's like a little post right here. Oh, wait, this didn't focus. Right there. There we go. So yeah, there's a little post, and this, the forearm connects right into that, so, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you remove that, and then you take his gun right here. So you see there's a little hole in there, and of course there's the post. And so what we want to do is you just want to slide this in, make sure it's properly aligned. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, again, put it in like this. Yeah, alright, there we go. And slide it in, and then push it all the way. And once you got that, there you have his blaster right here, all configured. And yeah, this looks very cool. And what's funny is with this forearm, if you're worried about it, you know, just being lost, well, you can't store it, but in a place that you wouldn't expect, right here. So as you can see, there's a little post there, and then there's a hole right here in a rather unfitting but also fitting spot. Yeah, you just attach it right there in his butthole, and there you go. Now you got his hand sticking out right there. Yeah, kind of random, but hey, you can do that if you want to. So yeah, and his other accessory is his famous axe right here from the game. Yeah, let's take a look at close look at it. It looks pretty nice. Really like the details. The paint's alright. I do like how it fades in though, kind of fades in and out. I do like that. And yeah, there's different ways to configure it. So you can remove it in 3 separate pieces. Not sure, well, I'm not sure why for these two, but for this, that's how you get him to hold it. And yeah, and another way to, well, actually, we'll take a look at the other way to configure his axe in a bit, but first, split into his hand. So we got the top half, and let's attach the bottom half. And there we go. So now you got Prime wielding the axe from the game. And yeah, this looks very, very, very nice. Very cool. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorite Optimus Primes like ever, you know, because the War for Cybertron game Prime and Fall Cybertron as well. You know, he was really cool. You know, they kind of gave him a little character development too, and you know, he was pretty responsive with the Titans and stuff. And yeah, especially with Metroplex, yeah, just real cool. And again, like his action stuff, you know, again, his gun and axe, really sweet. So, but yeah, so yeah, here's the axe. So another way to configure this is you just want to, you put your nail through here, and then you take half of the front side of this, and then you can move it all the way back here, and squeeze that together, and then now it's sort of like a double axe or like a staff or something. So you can do that as well. Me personally, I prefer playing it like this, but the other way is kind of cool though. So yeah, there's that. This one briefly show off. So yeah, there you guys have the accessories for this guy. Yeah, very cool. Again, the Matrix, the gun, the axe. Yeah, they definitely didn't like with this guy. So yeah, but anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Optimus. You know, I don't have the War for Cybertron Deluxe, but I got the Fall of Cybertron one. And yeah, so there's that. You can definitely see, you know, they made him like even bigger and stuff. And yeah, this works better, you know, him being in a Voyager configuration. I understand why they, you know, did the Deluxe configuration for most of the figures, you know, and War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, you know, the toy line. But, you know, because they just want to have, you know, basic stuff people can get, you know, for a cheaper price, but, you know, but it's better to have, you know, the scale and even accuracy, too. Because the original one was, looks like he wasn't taking steroids, we'll say that, with that original Deluxe for the War for Cybertron one, obviously. Yeah, this one definitely matches his proportions a lot better, so, yeah. But, yeah, speaking of Fall Cybertron Prime, I mean, it would be we most likely will get, you know, a Steel Series version of this, but, you know, nonetheless, I really want them to, you know, make that one as good as, you know, how they made the War for Cybertron one, because, you know, if they continue that great, you know, the great engineering that we got with this one into that one, that would be probably one of my favorite Optimus Prime figures ever. I mean, this guy already is by now, so. But yeah, so there you guys have the robot mode comparisons. And of course, since this is a Steel Series figure still, he does come with a backstrap, and of course we must take a look at it. And yeah, so this is the inaugural Gamer Edition backstrap here. And so this is the K-On! Prison Break, as it says on there, obviously from the game. And yeah, pretty cool. You know, cool to see. Like I don't keep these, and I won't keep this one, obviously, but this is, like, real cool if, like, they could, like, print out this, like, artwork and stuff. Like, for any of the Steel Series backdrops, this is, like a panoramic background or something. Like, that would be cool. That would be really cool if Hasbro did that. But yeah, so here's the background. Really nice. Like, we're standing here, we got Transformers War for Cybertron. Of course, since it's Gamer Edition, it's got that, you know, weird metallic kind of light silver look there. But, you know, pretty cool. You got 03, little Gamer Buns, Steel Series, and then Gamer Edition, Transformers, and yeah. So, if you guys want to see what Prime looks like with this, oh, there we go. There's that. It's not a whole lot, but yeah. Hey, there you have that right there. So, yeah, that is it for the background. So, there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition, Voyager Class, War for Cybertron, Optimus Prime. And yeah, I gotta say, great figure overall. Probably one of my favorites so far of the year. Really fun, you know, great sculpting. He could use a bit more paint, you know, I've kind of realized it too, like, even when they first reveal it. Yeah, he could use a little more, you know, little paint, like, all around. Especially around the chest, it seems like he's a little lacking. You know, I mean, of course, he's got the silver window detail, but that's kind of it. And I know, you know, in the games, there's a little more, you know, kind of, like, I wouldn't say paint, because obviously it's not supposed to be paint, but, more areas with color and stuff. I mean, you can even see that, you know, sculpted, like, in the window. You know, there's that kind of line thing going on. Yeah, so he could use a little more paint. He seems a little lacking, but besides that, really fun figure, great alt mode, real nice robot mode. Accessories are, you know, top notch. I mean, maybe the axe could use also a bit more paint as well. But, you know, real cool. And I think his gun too, yeah, it can actually, you know, you can put blast effects on it. Yeah, because there's like a little port there. So it could take all your Siege, Earthrise blast effects and, you know, attach them there. So nice, you know, play compatibility and going on there. So yeah, real great figure. Articulation is pretty good. You know, pretty average, I'd say. But yeah, overall, this figure, like, this is one of those figures where, you know, even though I really like it, it's kind of one of those, you know, kind of cases where you go get it, you know, you guys should just go out and get it and see for yourselves what you think, because, I mean, there's just so much good stuff about this guy, you know, that I got. I mean, again, some critiques, but, you know, overall, really good, and probably got to be on my top 5 so far for 2023 figures, because it is that good. But again, there's still critiques, just so I'm not overly praising this guy. But yeah, pretty good. So yeah, but anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So anyways, guys, as always, tell all R1.